Hi everybody and welcome back to the channel. I've taken a liberty this morning of just putting the clutch on and the rear brake and just tightening up that bracket that holds the CDI on. I'm just going to tidy up, put the airbox rubber on, give it a clean because it's been a bit dusty, put the lid on of the carb, and I'll probably go and get the fan and stick that on as well, and the cover. And this side of the engine's finished then. I've just got to give it a clean, put the panel on, the crash bar. So I don't know if I'm going to bore people putting this on. It just literally, it just pushes over like that in place. It's a bit fiddly. The only thing you've got is, I don't know if I can show you that inside. There's a little groove cut in it and that goes into a cut out there. That's what lines it up. This end here, you just poke it through first off or last. You can also stick that in a bowl of hot water, and that will make it more pliable. But I'm not going to show this on camera because it's just boring. You know, it's a 5-minute job poking that on, then putting the other end on. There's been no leaks of petrol, no leaks of oil overnight. So I'm quite confident that we can cover over the engine cowling and put the screws back. Again, I'll just show you that done. It's a bit pointless showing loads and loads of tightening of screws all the time. It's just boring for everybody. But you get the idea that basically you just you know, it's just bolting on to finish up. So I've got to clean that up, and I've got to clean the lid up. There's not pools of petrol anywhere there. Looking at the video yesterday, I'm not 100% sure. I might take off this and just show you again the cables, because it didn't look very clear how the throttle linkage goes in with the pump. So I'll do that anyway. So I'll cut away for a few minutes and I'll pop back in. Right, I've put the bellows on. As you can see, it's not a hard job. What I forgot to make sure that you knew was make sure there's no holes in this. And if we can have a look in, I'm trying to put some light because I'm in my garage, you see. Right, well, if you look at where the mechanism is there, if I throttle up, can you see the pump moving? As well as this part catches the slider. So if we now get some light down here without blinding everybody, it might be impossible to see. I'll try and get some more light in there, but you'll see the throttle open up as well. Right on cue, the camera decides to cut this picture. If we go above there, you should see the throttle open. See it? The slide's opening. So what we've got is the cable at the front. The cable right at the front there pulls when you open the throttle. You see that moving? What all this pump does is, the pump's always spinning. It just takes the pressure off the pump. So the pump's like a triangle shape is the best way to describe it. I'll show you the bits in a bit. I've got one that I've broken up to show people. So I'll show you what the pump looks like. And the arm just literally puts pressure on it. So when you're opening up and running full throttle, you get more oil than you do if it's just ticking over. So it's just making people sort of aware that a lot of people slag off the auto lube, never had a problem with it. So all I'm going to do now is just stick the air filter back on again and the lid, and then I'll cut back in again. Right, so there's our airbox cover on, our air filter intake rubber. we only want air coming from under the seat. There's a hole under the seat. You don't want air coming from anywhere else. You get air leaks, you run weak or whatever. It's not designed to run with air being let in, so that needs to be nice and tight. What I'm going to do now is stick on the side and the gearbox selector cover, and I'll cut back in and show you that. That's the engine complete. All I've got to do is plug in the indicator into this socket here. Everything's on. I've checked all the tightness, gone all around it, all these screws. This is not standard, it's getting old now, but it was quite a nice chrome fan cowling. It's showing its age now, but like I say, the bike's coming up for 40 years old, so you do expect some bits and bobs here and there. And don't forget, while we're talking about electrics, the panels do not earth there on a Vespa. A lot of dealers think they earth there, and they don't. 100% do not earth on there. They earth on this catch here inside the panel. The way I've done it is, obviously I've put an earth and a plus 12 volts there. So right, this side of the engine is finished, so as far as I'm concerned, I can just put the panel back on here now, and we can move over and discuss the electrics, what I've done. We can tighten up the rear hub, put the battery back on. I'll show you the lights, etc., and how good a DC conversion is over AC. I can't think of anything else then. It's got quite a lot of trick bits and bobs on it, but they're quite well hidden, so it looks quite standard bike. But yeah, like I say, that's that side finished. I'm just going to stick the panel on. I'll cut in and just show you the panel back on. Right, that side complete. I will put some polish on it in a bit, and in the summer I'm going to respray these panels again. They've started to show their age. There's a few little chips on them. I'm going to fit some new panel rubbers as well, but they'll be on another video later on. It's currently been off the road, so when we get a dry day, I'm going to take it to the MOT, get it taxed, and we'll have a few run outs on it, and give me your opinion on what you think it goes like standard scooter. Right, I'm going to move the bike now, and we'll go to the other side.